Hello. Did I do after hours? Ah, well. Sometimes you hit the wrong button. It's open hours. Whip sound? We do. Okay. So here's this adapter. Let's take a quick look here. Boy, when your arm goes every way that you don't want it to for your camera. Quite amazing. Okay, so it does have some different threading options, and I'm wondering, can I hook up a mirrorless camera to the microscope? We're getting an actual camera to connect to the top of it and a reducer to reduce that one flange distance there. However, can we do something with this? I'm going to check that out, and then we'll get on to what we're going on with today. Let's see, where is it at? And what kind of mess is it going to cause? So we'll undo these set screws and pull this piece over. Okay, here's the part that we're looking at. You can attach a camera and then get a different focus distance. There is a thread in there, and it looks to be that these two are the same inside size, which is of absolutely no help to me. And then we have the actual part on the scope. So no use. It looks like this can only be used for my telescope. Possibly there is a way to connect a mirrorless camera to a microscope. I mean, I know you can connect it, but the focusing part is where the problem lies. So let's go ahead and attach this back to the microscope quick, and we'll continue on. Okay, we got to get the sheet. Where is the sheet for this computer, and what's the problem? Some of these things are simple. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Let's zoom it out. We have a desktop here. Can't really show it, but we can pull it up on screen. Let's find the sheet. Okay, so what we are looking at, we have a whole note here. Keyboard keeps showing up on screen. Keep getting a message that says Microsoft Office problem on email. Windows has crashed and need Norton. It will expire in November, plus do a cleanup. Okay, so another cleanup. Alright, so let's check our repair window. We do have the repair window up, and you can see there's kind of a hint of an on-screen keyboard up there. Real quick, let me find my other repair and we'll reset it. There's a bigger view of it. We're going to reset the transform. Oh, hold on. Black screen, where are you? Ah, okay. I get where it is. Alright. Now, let's take a moment. We're going to make this bigger, because as soon as I hit that button, We're going to hope we block everything. Okay, indeed we did. Alright, the pin box we can kind of show we're trying to stay away from the name. Can we set that to a hotkey? No. Alright, good enough. We'll lock it right there, that way it stays. Okay, so moving on. The problem with this computer is the on-screen keyboard keeps showing up. We're going to do a quick reboot to see if it's going to come back up, and then we'll go about turning it off. Wrong mouse. I'm using my mouse for my computer, not. Let's restart. And I don't know if a restart, we'll try a restart and perhaps a cold boot to see if that helps solve our problem. Go away, wrench. Let's start. Anybody need ketchup? We have spares. There's our E-Machines logo. Remember, it's a little distorted. I have that black monitor in front of where the actual name is, customer's name is going. We'll try to keep that out of it. I usually do. A couple names have gotten out there, so. Alright, let's see if our on-screen keyboard is going to make an appearance again. Alright, so no appearance. You can literally come down here and hit this and it should show up, and then you can also close it with the X or come back. Let's see if we can get it to go away by clicking there. No. Alright, so let's see if we can get into this thing. Do we have the pin? Okay, we have a password. We may not be able to even do anything with this. Sign in options. The password. Let's see. That password is incorrect. Okay. Let's try. Let's hit OK and try something different. We'll try the pin. I'm just going to guess. I doubt this is it, but incorrect. You know what? Give me a moment here. We gotta pull out. We gotta pull out some work orders from earlier this year, because we went through this same thing then and had to make a phone call. So we're gonna start flipping pages. And that can be pulled because that is not accurate. But I'm wondering if this person has two computers, because this one, the computer that was here, I don't remember. That computer being here. It is a work in progress to get all of the past 2 years is being computerized. We want to transfer away from the paper system. We've got part of it covered. We just have to get through the bigger part of it. Going to no paper. Or how about much less paper? That sounds better. Not going completely paperless. Alright. See, this is why you should record. See, record and edit so you can edit these dull moments out. But we're getting there. We have a few people to go through. Where's that? I think our stack of papers got shuffled. This seems like it's all, yeah, it's definitely out of order. Hey, maybe I'll get to do this for the rest of the day. What is it? 18. I think I know the actual, well, I don't know, but I'm trying to remember the actual password while I go through this long list of, or this big stack of papers. Alright, we're starting to get to where the PIN number we need is. If it was computerized, we would already have it. Let's keep going. We're almost there. How many that time? There it is. Alright. I got our PIN number. Papers can pay off, but alright, once a PIN. Oh. Tell me she changed it. Really? Huh. So we got 3326. Hold on. Challenge. Oh, I get it. It's a challenge phrase. And what is that? If you try to sign in. Alright. People, we're not getting this. Hold on. 52. Oh, I was reading an old pen. Okay. Let's go to sign in options. Challenge phrase. I have never had to do that, never seen it, so we're going to try. A password. Password is incorrect. So it seems like we're going through the same thing that this computer was here for the last time. I'm going to take a moment and make a phone call to see if where's my phone? If I can get this customer. Give me one moment, please. Alright, we unmuted? Yes, we are. Alright, burning time, doing little to nothing. Alright, so we're going to at least attempt to block some people here. How successful will I be? Probably not very. I keep grabbing the wrong mouse here as I'm doing this. And as long as it... So here's part of our problem. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm going to go ahead and go in and give me a clone screen so I can work without a black box, because that would make it loads easier. That's what I had to do for a brief moment there, was plug into the KVM computer instead of this one. Oh, come on now. We don't want nightlight settings. We want the display. We want to duplicate. Can we do that? Revert. Okay, so I lost my whole display. How did we do that, people? How did we do that? We'll go with it like that. So we got our black box up. Is this the original one? No, this is, well, it's the one that I set up. Alright, so this keyboard, moving on with our problem here. This keyboard comes up whenever the computer starts up. This shows up on screen. So we need to go in and turn this off. I've never even seen this pop up. So, and there's this too, Microsoft account problem. Keep getting those notifications. So we'll check into that for her. But for right now, can I open these in a new window? Let's take it home. I've never had to deal with an on-screen keyboard. Not once, ever. Let's literally type it in and try and solve this. Turn the on-screen keyboard on or off. Okay, so we're right there where we were. Okay. On-screen keyboard. That should not come up anymore. But why is it? It was already off. Don't know. We'll look into it. Sticky keys is off. Toggle keys. Use filter keys. Change how the keyboard shortcuts work. Typing options. Well, the keyboard's closed. We're going to try a reboot, and then we'll see if we can get on to these other stupid software problems. One thing I wanted to cover, and I don't know if you're even going to be able to hear it, is Rise and Threat Protection, open Norton. Okay, so it wants us to open Norton. Norton needs renewed. Let's see if I'm going to lose my screen by duplicating these two. They're both 1920 by 1080, this one and my KVM. I would say it definitely needs to clean out. Everything is literally, it's a click and you might get a result. And we don't want to extend, we want to duplicate. Let's keep the changes because it did work out. Alright, now I have a screen without a black box to work from. 150% on the scaling. Boy, that just makes everything huge. Okay. Norton, this is the one that comes with Xfinity, isn't it? Yeah, I don't dig that version. If you're gonna, I think, does this come free with like Xfinity, or like if you get Telemedia or one of the other places, I think you can get a free Norton subscription as such. Let's do that. Turned it on and off. Alright. Fixed now. Let's do that as long as it's not doing a slideshow. Do that. Is there an apply? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so we got the Microsoft background. Finally, we can get rid of the black screen for now. Alright, I gotta look. 28 days remaining subscription. I want to see. Because usually the Xfinity one has, it will say, not literally brought to you by, but it'll have like an Xfinity or Comcast logo somewhere. Close. Fix now. So this is literally part of the problems this user was experiencing. All very simple stuff. The keyboard I've never had to deal with. Keep things quiet while you present. We're going to turn that off. Focus assist. We're going to cancel that. That'll pop up again. We're not going to look at that one now. We're not going to do somebody's password while on screen. Okay, Norton needed some updates. It had to check download, and I guess it's going to process or install those updates. We'll let that finish. When it does, we're going to do the reboot and see if the on-screen keyboard comes back. It was off, I toggled it on, toggled it back off. If stuff's acting a little weird and clicks are working then not working, how bad of an infection or malware or anything might it have in it? I'm going to say not major. Norton's here. Don't love Norton. I don't entirely hate it though, so I'm going to go ahead and clean up my papers while that does what it does. We'll kick it back on in a moment and start getting ready to head out of here. Not even related remotely to the title that I did for today, but this desktop that I'm working on here, the one that you saw on screen, which is really, it is here. It's a desktop. I usually flip them on their side just to give a little bit better view. it's got this, it's not a squeal, but it's like a scratchy sound coming out of the power supply. And my guess is, I don't know what all's in there and what all can make noises when it starts failing. It hasn't failed yet, but is it the rectifier bridge? I don't know if they're able to make noise. I don't think they are. It sounds like a transformer going bad. If you ever heard a transformer whine or squeal, that's almost exactly what this sounds like. I'm going to walk around the bench to the other side, and we'll see if you can actually hear this thing. I'll hold the mic up to it. Actually, we're going to hold it up to the power supply on this side. I don't know if you could hear that scratching sound, but it is horrid, a horrible sound. Okay, we're going to see if the simple problems. Okay, so it wants to do a scan. You know what? We're going to pause it. Stop it. Yes, we'll get back to that. Scan stop, finish. We can do that at another point. The quick scan is going to keep us red out here. Needs attention. So we will get that fixed later. I want to see if the on-screen keyboard comes back up after doing the toggle on and off. Alright, hang this up. Alright, we're coming back up to our desktop now. I should have that screen still up, hopefully. Well, we know that one's right. I don't think we moved it, so we'll go with that one. I know I moved one or the other, but whatever. Come on, computer. You're taking your sweet time. And as far as, there we go, there's that blasted on-screen keyboard again. So, is it coming up because of something amiss, something off with Windows? Is that what's doing it? Okay, so we actually have the full keyboard popping up now. Even though it does come up encrypted. Yeah. Okay, so we're not using it. It was not toggled. to the on position when we left. So we're just gonna literally start right now with going in to do a cleanup. We need to find a USB to plug into. There it goes. Alright, Norton may try to steal some of my tools. That has happened on occasion, so we're going to go ahead and disable two things. I know I've said it before, but why not repeat yourself on Thursday the same as you did last Thursday? When Norton eventually does start up, if it can, you want to disable the what is it? Auto protect and the smart firewall, and that should be the two things that you can turn off permanently and start them back up once done doing stuff with the system. Disable auto protect. I'm not going to worry about the scan of it for now. Let's turn this guy off again so we don't have to deal with the hassle of that. 15. No, we want it off until we're done doing what all we are doing. Thank you. Very informative. It's risky. You're turning your stuff off. Yeah, well, this is free with your internet service, so. I wonder if what I really wonder, is it dumbed down? Like when I used to do, like you could go buy like a Galaxy S4 or Galaxy S5 from like outright from Samsung or online, or get one from a carrier, buy it off contract, and then they came up with the dumbed down versions of it that like MVNOs sold, like Straight Talk and Net 10. Is this a dumbed down version of Norton that's being given away, or does it compare? I've never compared it to a paid version of like Norton Internet Security, or Norton Security, I guess, allegedly, is what it says it is. Never compared it, but it's a good question. Alright, with those two off permanently for now, let's go and do our first initial attack. ADW, there's probably a new version out. I've been on some insane stuff for the past few weeks. Hey, there's that keyboard again. We need to keep track of how many times we close it. Alright, I agree. This might be a fun one. Now you tell me. Now you say update. Alright, just getting the day started. We are leaving here soon to go do the day job at night. I don't know, that's supposed to, allegedly was downloading. Is it going to launch the new version? I don't see it happening, I'm sorry. So the keyboard pops up anytime. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. It's not gonna be very successful if it just keeps crashing out. So we definitely have something going on. More than likely, we are going to pull this drive and scan it plugged in as an external to remove some malware. We're going to see what this one finds right now. If you can't, there's a couple ways you can look around to see. And does it 100% mean you're infected? No. Okay, one thing you can do, you can go into your control panel, it up, flip it from category view over to the small icons, and that's the icons you should have there. I've come in here when it's on small icons and had a very small list of like 9, maybe 12 different there was missing links here. That's one thing you can check. Not always 100% confirmation though. It's a bunch of things that will confirm if you have something going on with the computer that you shouldn't. If you're trying to run a utility to clean it up, that you have to run it as admin and it keeps crashing like ADW did, that can be a hint. Hopefully Malwarebytes can dig out whatever's in there. It's the free version 3.8.3. I don't remember if it said it was up to date or not, but you can try that. Hopefully it'll start getting out what you need. Probably the number one way that I usually do stuff is I'll pull the hard drive if possible and scan it as an external. It's not booted into Windows. Those processes are not running most of the time. Whenever the drive's plugged in as an external, they won't, the malware and whatnot, whatever's going on with Windows is not going to be, you're not booted into Windows, so it's not going to be doing what it does. Now some stuff can just do it being on the drive alone. I'm not a security expert or anything like that, or cleanup expert or nothing. I just know what works, what gets, what I personally do that works, what gets results. I don't have high hopes for that, but okay, so 0. I wonder, do we have time? Do we have time for this? I have like a couple minutes to leave here. I don't have the cable out, and this is a 3.5-inch drive, so I'd have to find a way to power it and plug it into my computer as an external. Alright, anyhow, the D630, we will get to it. I did not get a hold of this customer, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of the problem. She's on a trial she wants off of. It's that AOL LifeLock, or LifeLock by AOL. Is it a legit service? I don't know. I didn't really look into it yet. We will get to this, though. This is going to be our Friday train wreck. This thing is old. It's from 2007. Coming up on 13 years old. Somebody leave a comment. Tell me, what do you think? Time to get a new computer if you're using a 13-year-old computer, or stick with it for the foreseeable future, as long as Windows 10, if it's on here, continues to run on it and has driver support. Let me see what we got here. I know we have Windows 7 Home Premium product key. Okay, so chances are good that if it's running that, it is probably most definitely going to be 32-bit. If anything, I wonder if this could be reloaded with 64-bit. We will check on that. It all depends on the processor that's in it. I can't remember what's in this spec-wise. Anyhow, time to get... Yeah, what a bummer. Malwarebytes found nothing. ADW crashes. I'm guessing a few other tools would crash. Whoa, what are you? So we'll get back to this at another point. So we got a lone random, what are you, some type of bee in here. Anyhow, thank you for hanging out, checking it out. This is life when you don't get to do interesting stuff, like try to break stuff, try to learn new stuff, use new and interesting tools. Sometimes you just gotta go in and play with software. or funky hardware. Anyhow, like this, share this, get this out there if this is your thing. It's not going away, it's only going to get smaller, harder to work on. We'll be back in Friday for the train wreck. See you then.